How's it going, guys? This is the Armoury reveal for the upcoming Israel DLC. Yeah, let's get to it. We'll do it like we do all the other ones. We'll go through tab by tab. I'll build the deck as we go along. We'll talk about how it fits into the meta and so on. So yeah, this is the Israel Universal Battle Group, coming soon. So we start off in the Logi tab. We got some American equipment here, right? So M35 supply trucks, and we've got the Hempt, the bigger one, and we've got the Chinook supply. We actually get two fobs, but they contain less supply. So that's a really interesting idea. We've not actually seen that before. So two fobs, but with less supply in each fob, for a total of 15,000. So if you're playing in 1v1, you could still bring this and only deploy one at the start, but then you'd be like, well, I can't deploy the next one later, so you might still get baited into deploying them both. So I don't know about that really. I probably still wouldn't bring it. Then we've got our first new unit, the Zevet Pikud. So this is an 8-man command squad. In the Logi tab, which is a first. Usually they come in the Inf tab, so that's really interesting. A Logi tab CV with 3 availability, and look at my Logi slots. Look at my Logi slots. Really, really nice logistic capacity here. It's your tax dollars, right? So yeah, 8-man squad, and we've got some Tavors X95. So these are bullpup rifles. Yeah, and then we've got some Negevs off Counter-Strike Go. Then we've got Matadors, which I thought was Swedish, but maybe not. It's a disposable rocket launcher, right? So very high rate of fire, and we got some smoke grenades, right? So yeah, 3 per card infantry CV comes in some nice transports here. Well, I'm currently, yeah, I'm eating my beard. One sec. Right, sorry about that. So, yeah, HVMS, so it's an M113 with a gun on it, so sort of like a BMP-1 style, like a Western BMP-1. The problem I've got is that if I breathe through my mouth, I eat my own beard, which is obviously a bit of a, a bit of a disability. So I have to breathe through my nose, it is what it is. It is what it is. So this is an ITAN, which is like a 8-wheel APC. I can't remember if this is domestically Israel produced or if it's like a Boxer or something. I think it's domestic. I'm not entirely sure on that. Might be wrong. And we got some new traits here. We've got the light ERA trait, so I get +3 anti-tank rocket launchers protection, in addition to the standard +1 heat. So I'm not sure how that works. So, so when it says +3, does it mean +3 armor, or because the way the the standard ERA works is it just reduces incoming damage by 1 on heat rounds, I think. And so does that mean I'm reducing incoming damage by 4? I mean, that's really nice if so. Then we've got the I-30, which has the Bushmaster and the Iron Fist active protection system. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And an MAG. We also have another trait. This is Spall Liner. So part of the crew can survive after the destruction of the vehicle. So that's pretty cool. Then we've got the Namer APC, which has it's basically a Makava tank without the turret, and they use it to transport troops. It's very well armored. So yeah, 18 front armor. Obviously, if the hatch is open, it doesn't help you, but 18 front armor on an APC. But you know you got to pay a lot of points for that. Grenade launcher, right? 105 points. Then you can get a Namer 30, which is it's the Makava hull, and they've just whacked a like an IFV turret on the top. So it's got spikes, which have top attack. So this will one-shot any 2 armor, any 2... I'm really going to have to do something. I need a shave. I need a shave. Right, sorry about that, guys. I had to have a shave. So we're back at it with the Namer 30 APS. So it's got the trophy system. And, yeah, it intercepts stuff, and this will one-shot 2 top armor. It's got a salvo length of 2, 2,800 meters range, so I mean, it's basically the best IFV in the game, right? And it's got 16 armor plus ERA, which means that it can survive a 30 AP missile, which is every AT plane in the game, bar 2, although I've not checked the Israeli ones yet. So extremely powerful IFV, right? 8 plus 1 effective side armor, the active protection with an 80% accuracy. The Drozd is only 50% accuracy. And it's got the Bushmaster, right? One of the best, the best autocannon in the game, I think. I thought it was 25mm, but maybe this is like the Bushmaster 2 or whatever. So yeah, really nice piece of kit. Really nice piece of kit. Then we've got an AH-60 Yanshuff, so this is a Black Hawk with, but you know, they just call it something Israeli. And it's got an Apache gun on it, so that's a very effective CV, but it costs 200 points. Then you've got a Namer CV variant, so it's like the other one, but now it's actually got... Somehow it's got even more armor. 19 front armor plus ERA. Well, what could I say? What could I say? And then we've got the Namer 30 APS, which has less front armor, or is this? Oh, I see. It just the front armor goes down when they put the turret. Interesting. Sure how that works. I mean, obviously, I suppose the front armor of the turret is probably less than the front armor of the actual hull, and that counts towards the total front armor value. I'm not sure how it works, really. So, yeah, the Namer 30 APS CV, 3 per card. And then we've got our first Macarver. So this is a heavy tank, right? 120mm gun. Extremely well front armored. So 18 front armor. And it's also got a barrel-launched ATGM, I believe. I don't know where else that would be coming from. Maybe some boffins in the chat can tell me, but I believe that's barrel-launched. And that's got 22 pen with 2,800 meters range at 80% accuracy, so really nice piece of kit. Really nice piece of kit. Then we've got a 50 cal, right? So switching to the inf tab, we've got some Caramelli, which is basically reservists, right? Conscripts, whatever you want to call them. So they've got the 10 points for 10 M4A1s and a law. So that is the most cost-effective reservist in the game. Because, well, if you just compare it to like KDA Schutzen or something, which is like 45 points for 14 with the militia trade. So that's absurd. That's pretty absurdly broken. Then we've got Golani, who are the Golani Brigade from the Golan Heights, right? The it's that place in Syria. So only 5 availability at 1 vet, but for 25 points you get 8 dudes with 2 MAGs and a Matador, which has 16 pen and 750 meters range, so that's really nice. It's like a LRAC that the French get, except with 1 more pen. And so 25 points with Resolute for 8 guys is very, very, very cheap. Very cheap indeed. Incredibly cheap. So, you know, if you think about, so arm rifles in the UK, 40 points for 7 guys and a worse RPG, right? And no Resolute. So that's pretty broken. But you got to pay a lot for the APC, 190 point APC. So the infantry's practically free, right? So we'll probably want some of these. I forgot to talk about the Zelda. Unlike in Red Dragon, it's not got 2 front armor. So, in Red Dragon, it's got 2 front armor. So this is just an M113, and it's got 50 cal on it. And in Red Dragon, it's got 2 machine guns as well. So in this, it's just a standard M113 for 15 points, whereas the American one will cost 20. So that's something. Then we've got Bardalas, which I'm less familiar with. So this is 8 dudes as well, but instead of Resolute, they get, so the MAGs get swapped out for a Negev, which is a 5.56 LSW, and then you've got the M110 sniper rifle, DMR really, but it's got more range than all of the DMRs in the game. It's got 100 meters more range on that M110, And then you've got the Matador again, and it's got the security tank, which means that when it stood still, it gets good optics. So yeah, that's pretty absurd. But the vet curve goes 10.74 instead of 10.7, like 9.75. So, but yeah, you probably want it at one vet, and you can bring it in the Zelda, or you can bring it in the Huvmus, which has a 12 ROF gun for 30 points. Or you can pay 105 points for the Namer somewhat invincible APC with 3 top armor on an APC. Obviously, it's kind of pricey. So yeah, you'd probably want it in the HVMS. Then we got the Bardalas, which is a leader variant, right? But if we and it's got the upgraded M72, so this is the A4 instead of the A3. So the pen goes from 13 to 16, and the accuracy goes up 10%. And they also carry 6 instead of 4, so that's pretty crazy. I would probably prefer, although the issue with the Tvezet Picard is that they cost 165 points, whereas the one on the right costs 30. So that's exciting. But you're limited on your infantry slots here, right? Anyway, we might as well just go through all the CVs. So, Bardalas versus Nahal. So, Nahal is 5... Oh, are these... Oh, no, are they CVs? No, they're leaders. They're leaders, my bad. That explains the difference in price. And also this icon here. So, it's like Instructor... So, this can cap zones, whereas this can't. So, this is a new trait as well. It's just some spiel. It doesn't tell us what it actually does. I assume it either raises vet or reduces suppression, right? Or both. Yeah, it's like SD2 leaders, so that's pretty interesting. It's a new feature. Lots of new stuff in this div. It's pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. So then we've got Givati. I remember Givalti from Red Dragon, or were they just called Givati and I just got it wrong? So this is 8 guys as well, but unlike the Bardalas, they... So the Tavor just has the same stats as an M4, right? The Negev has been upgraded to an MMG, which is worse, and the anti-tank has been swapped out for one that's worse. And it costs 10 points more, and it doesn't have security. But it comes in a better transport, I think. The E1030, which for 55 points gets a Bushmaster, active protection, the whole ERA Spaliner thing, smoke, 85 kilometers an hour off-road, 125 on-road. So that is really quite incredible, quite incredible. So I can see, right, the transport better. Sorry, I've got a cough from my beard. So yeah, it's an interesting way of pricing it, right? This is too cheap. This is also too cheap, frankly, but it's less too cheap. But the transport is really quite incredible. Then we've got Nahals, who get the Matador 90, with 20, so that's like an Appelas, but with 100 meters more range. So, and tandem. So they're less good against infantry than the Givati, but better against tanks. And they come in the grenade launcher vehicle, or the I-10 without the Bushmaster. And the APS and stuff. And then we've got Zahanim, another infantry squad. So this is Negev 2 DMRs and a Matador 60 with 9 strength and shock. But the shock's kind of strange because this squad wants to be at range. These can't fire on the move, these can't fire on the move, but they've got shock. So it doesn't synergize too well, and it costs more. But it is very... Oh, it's also airborne forward deployed in 100 km/h transport. But the forward deploy range isn't as far as regular units, right? It's only 1,000 meters. That's interesting. Then we've got Pulsar Messier AT, and they've got a spike missile, but the short range one isn't top attack apparently. So they're airborne, forward deployed in helicopters. That's pretty incredible. So they're going to get there very, very fast because it's a Black Hawk. So that's a very strong unit. And then they've got what is essentially an Eric's, right? It's got like Eric's range, but a little bit less pen. So yeah, that's interesting. Then we've got Egos. And they've got a Barrett 50 cal, you know, the one from 9th US. So they've got that and 2 LSWs, but it's another squad that doesn't quite synergize because this wants to... Oh, so there's X95. Oh, but this one just has a scope and this one doesn't. Okay. These want to move around and this wants to be at very long range with its Barrett 50 cal. So that's weird, and you can get them in the Blackhawks or the grenade launcher. Then you've got Zahanim leaders. So that's a leader variant of this for what? Oh, okay, it's actually quite different. But yeah, it's got a spike short range, and it's a leader, and it's 9 dudes. It's like these are all 9, these are all 8, and these are all 8. Then you've got Mohandesim, which so they've got 3 machine guns, 2 of which can fire on the move, and satchels. So that's a just incredible squad. So you definitely want that. Maybe bring it in the grenade launcher. But there's so much stuff here that's just completely broken. So it's kind of hard to figure it out, you know. Then we've got Zayad Tankim. So they've got 2 AT, one of which is an M72 Law. So I'm not sure how useful that is compared to the other ones. In terms of compared to the rest of the game, it's obviously like Eugen must be running out of cash, man. They're really throwing it all in. This is not balanced at all. Like Strike Team, what are you doing? Strike Team, please. So yeah, this is one of the worst ones out of these. Then you've got Hutra, which is an Ito for 50 points with 9 availability. Then you've got a Tilgil, which is a spike top attack missile, right? With 2,800 meters range, and generally it's just kind of broken, so you definitely want that. Then you've got Shaldag, which are special forces, 10 dudes with a 50 cal, an Appalachian, a Stinger, 2 machine guns, 10 guys, all that for 65 points. Wow. Truly inspirational. And then you've got Yahalom, which is similar but with a double AT and no Stinger, and like this is just absurd. They're forward deployed as well. You definitely want that. It's like SAS, except it's cheaper and it's just way, way better. Man, the bias is crazy. So yeah, I mean, we probably, like, out of all these, I think the Bardalas was the most cost effective, but the Egos for 40 points for this 50 cal thing, like, that is pretty absurd as well. And then we'll try this just for the leader thing, because out of all the leaders, you know, for 45 points, I mean, this is obviously very good against tanks. But yeah, the issue is that if I bring... This is broken, but I don't have enough infantry. So I feel like I have to not bring this so that I can bring more of these Bardalas things, because I just... Even though it's a 3 availability... You know, this is the equivalent of a TOW2, basically, because of the top attack. For 75 points. 6 availability, 3 strength, but... you know, needs must and so on. So I'm wondering about, like, do I need anti-tank? I mean, I suppose I've got fairly decent anti-tank, so just go for more of these Bardalas guys. But yeah, the other thing is the, like, this obviously it's kind of hard to justify, but, because because it's only three. It's a broken squad, but you only get 3 guys, so I've got to be careful with my infantry, basically. Then we've got M113 tracked mortar, the Zelda Leish, so it's 81mm. The range isn't great, sadly. It's just a clone of the American one, basically, with a different skin. Road speed's pretty high, though, and it's 5 availability. And then we've got the M109 howitzer in Israeli service called the Rochev, and that's I need to fix my beard a bit. There we go. It looks a bit better. No, maybe I'll edit it. But it's 3 availability, so pretty incredible 3 availability there. Or you could do that in 1v1 is probably better, frankly, because then you put a CV next to. Oh, I haven't filled this. All my CVs are super expensive, man. I mean, this is the cheapest, so we'll get that, and then we'll get at least 2 cards of supply. I mean, we don't have that much artillery, so that's probably okay. And then, because yeah, these leaders can't cap zones, so all your CVs come in the Logi tab. But I mean, the slots are basically free, so. But yeah, look how expensive they are. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. I'm not getting a Hilo CV, man. I mean, it's just gonna die. Oh, it's got an Apache gun on it. I mean, it would be pretty funny. I'd rather get something like this. It's just the cost. Everything. This is the cheapest one, so I have to bring that. And then, like, yeah, so I could get it in this, but that's not as fast as this, which goes 125 on the road. Then we've got the tank tab, so this is a TOW 2 carrier. We call it a giraffe, apparently. I can sort of get that. I mean, sort of. Then we've got the, so this is an M60, an Israeli service, called a Magak 6B. So it's not got the max range gun, but it's got 18 pen for 120 points. It goes 7.4 instead of 7.5, so that's a bit rough, but that's not so bad, really. Then we got all the Macavers, right? So the next one up is the Macaver Mark 1B, which has a longer range gun, but less pen, but more armor. Both of them can survive a TOW 2, and the Magak 6B can survive a Conker's side shot, and the Macaver Mark 1B can't. Although the Macaver Mark 1B has 11 HP. No, it can, because it's got 11 HP. For whatever reason, even though it's not got the ERA, it's got 11 HP. Whereas the Magak 6B... okay, so ERA means something different a little bit. I'm not sure, really. This is better, clearly. You get fewer of it. And you got the Gimel, which has... which is an M60, I guess, with just a Darth Vader costume on or something. I think that's what it is. Might just be a Macaver. No, it's definitely... yeah, it's an M60 upgraded. So it's got the max range gun, but with the same pen, so it's actually got 2 more pen. For 35 points, definitely worth it. And it's got thermal vision, which means it's another new trait in this Israel DLC. It means minus 5% to aim time, so that's pretty cool. So you definitely want those. Get rid of this. And then we've got a Macaver leader, which is not a CV, right? Doesn't cap zones. And this has a Mark II thermal, which means minus 10% to aim time. So the aim time is a lot lower, right? I mean, you might think 3/4 of a second doesn't matter. And to be honest, it doesn't. It's just who gets the first shot off. But this will definitely, like, unless you're right next to him, I reckon you'll still be able to shoot before his round hits you. Who knows? But yeah, this is a Mark 30 Macaver. So 18 front armor, 7 side armor, 2,000 meter range, ATGM, 20 pen, 70% accuracy with a perfect stabilizer, and 10 rounds a minute with 20 pen and a 50 cal. This is also tandem, so yeah, that's very, very strong, very, very strong, and it's less than the price of an M1A1. Then we got a Macaver Mark 3D, which is the same but not a leader variant, right? Yeah, and the leader costs the same, so why wouldn't you bring the leader one? Then we got a 4B, which is 2 more pen on the gun, 3 more front armor, even less aim time because it's a Mark III thermal, which we can only assume is minus 15%. Wow, I'm learning. And then you've got the 4M, which also has trophy for 10 more points. And another machine gun. So obviously you want this, but you only get one at one vet. And yeah, like this, yeah. So you can see the issue. Um, so yeah, something like that would be fine. Although, yeah, I don't have any ATGMs, so rather than this, I'd like to get the giraffe. So that I've got some AT, because I don't have any ATGMs in my inf tab, right? Then we switch on to Recon, so we've got Maglan. We got Pulsars, so they're 5 strength with a DMR, right? The cool DMR and a Humvee, and they've got exceptional stealth and very good optics and less forward deployment than the airborne because they're recon deployed. Then we have Delta Force transport. So the way this works is that it like special forces makes you go faster. So this goes at 120 kilometers an hour. Although then again, this DLC has other things that go super fast, so that's not as big a deal anymore. But yeah. And you only lose 1 availability for your 50 cal exceptional optics Delta Force at max vet. Okay. Then we've got Maglan. Well, this is really balanced. It's a really balanced DLC, guys. So we got Maglans with the the reason these were so broken in Red Dragon, right, is because Recon gets better stealth than regular infantry. So if you've got a Recon ground surveillance radar, special forces, 21 pen ATGM, which is arriving on the field at 130 kilometers an hour because of the max vet special forces Delta Humvee with 8 strength, that might be, some might consider that to be quite strong. We got a recon healer, so it's like the quick fix, except it's got an Apache gun on it. I have to calm down. I have to calm down. So yeah, that's obviously we want that. Then you can get a Recon Macabre with a 2,800 meter range ATGM, 2 availability at 1 vet, 50 cal, and I can't hold it together. And then you've got this, which obviously yeah is great, but I mean we need our slots. AA. So this is a Stinger for 50 points, but it's the upgraded Stinger, so it goes further and it's got higher accuracy. So we probably want that at 1 vet. Then we've got a Vulcan. It's a Macbeth, which is in Red Dragon as well. So it's a Vulcan with Stingers on it. I mean, that's just absolutely cracked. It's just we don't have enough slots to bring all the broken stuff, man. It's too much broken stuff. I'm gonna have to sacrifice some CVs, get rid of you. Then we have, oh yeah, and this also intercepts missiles. So it intercepts missiles equivalent to its aircraft range, which is 2275. And manpads can also intercept, apparently, although maybe only specific manpads. Interesting, interesting. So that's a really cool new trait. You can intercept missiles like in Broken Arrow. And then, yeah, then we've got the Python 4. I don't know if this is a domestic thing, like this is the Iron Dome, basically, or if they bought it from somewhere. I'm not quite confident what this is, but it's got not that much range. and it's like not armored and stuff, so I'm not sure how useful that's going to be, really. Then you've got the Python. Oh, you got the Spider AIO, but not Python, so it carries Darbies, which go a lot further and are probably a lot more useful. Radar guided, but this is not apparently, so yeah. Then you have the Pack 2 Patriot. So yeah, this is really good at what can we talk about here? Depending on who you ask. According to state media, this has like a 90% interception rate. And I don't think anything positive or negative about that. I'm apolitical. So yes, it intercepts ballistic missiles at 8,000 meters range, so I feel like we need that, right? And then you get Zephyr, so it's a Cobra basically in Israeli service with 4 Stingers and Hydras and guns, so that's pretty cool at 3 availability for the opener, although it's quite pricey. So yeah, we don't have forward deployed AA, so I guess we sort of need that. But yeah, I'm running out of stuff here, man. Helis. So this is another Cobra, but mine costs half the price because it's subsidized by the American. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this. So yeah, mine's just better. Then this is a DAP off 101st Airborne, right? It's a DAP, but without it's just got more Hydras, so it's actually probably better. Then we've got an Apache for 120 points. It's subsidized. It's subsidized. And it's 3 availability. Then we've got an Apache with spike long ranges. Oh no, this is a DAP with spike long ranges for 120 points. And then this is another Apache, except this has got Hellfires on it. For 170 points and 2 availability. It's subsidized. I'm your greatest ally. Anyway, then we've got a Cobra with TOW2s and Hydras. And then we've got... Whoa. How did that take off? Wow, that's a kitted out Cobra, that is. You'll notice all my Cobras get 10% ECM as well, unlike your Cobras. So yeah, the Stinger, the Hydra, yeah, and then... so that's an Apache, but the... It's like the ATAS one off 101st Airborne. But yeah, I'm just getting mine at sort of double availability because they can come at no vet. Whereas I don't know if yours can. Skill issue, right? And then we've got a Hydra, we've got an Apache that actually costs what an Apache should cost, but it's also got the Stingers and the... Yeah, so there's certain things here which are obviously better than others, right? So this is just crazy. Because it's the top attack missiles, right? But yeah, so yeah, I probably want the multiple availability ones, but like something like that is pretty cracked as well. But now I come to my air tab and I don't have anything left, so gonna have to sacrifice some tanks because yeah, all of these are just crazy. Now we've got Lavies, which are F-16s. It's an F-16 and it's a dive bomber, so they've got a trait now to show you if it's a dive bomber or not. That's good. So that's obviously pretty nice for the price. That's pretty incredible. It goes slower though than the American F-16s, but I get 3 of them. Thanks for coughing up. Then we got a cluster version. Then we got a... What is this? Wait, this isn't an F-16. Or is it? What's it, these side things? Like, what is that? Because this is an F-16, isn't it? So what is a Lavi? I'm sure somebody... Is it a Mirage? It's not a flipping Eurofighter, is it? I'm going to have to look this up. I highly doubt it's a domestic thing. Lavi plane. It is! It's a domestic plane. Wow. They built 3 of them and cancelled it. Well, what can I say? So, okay, well that explains a lot. So yes, this is an F-16. We got the Python 4 missiles. I'm not sure if those are domestic or not. But yeah, that's a bomber. A bomber with lots of bombs, but look at the reload times, right? Look at the reload times. Definitely want these. This Labby at 3 per card is really quite obscene. So, yeah. Then we've got an F-16 AA, so it's got Derbies. Those are the South African ones, right? From Wargame Red Dragon. Derby missile. Okay, so the Israelis made it, and then presumably the South Africans bought it. Or at least in Wargame Red Dragon they would have bought it. So it's yeah, it's a domestically produced Israeli missile. Interesting. And what about a Python? Probably the same, right? Um, wait a minute. Raphael Advanced Defense Systems is Israeli. Does that mean the Raphael plane? There's no way that that's made. Oh, but that's made by Dassault. Okay, right. Okay, whatever. So, yeah, it's basically better than a Sparrow. Well, it's got less range, but more accuracy than a Sparrow. But, like, look how far those Pythons are going against planes. And they're fire and forget, which means that it's actually just absolutely cracked, so... then we've got the Ram, which is the same, but more missiles, more speed, 35% ECM, which we've never seen in Warno before. Then we've got the Lavi AT, which has Mavericks. Okay. We've got the Sufa Seed, which has very nice. It's a very nice seed. I'd love to air spam, but looking at the rest of my deck, I can't really afford to do that. Then we have an infrared guided spice. Oh, this is the one they used on that RT journalist. I mean, he was a naughty boy. He was a naughty. He was very anti-cement. So, yeah, that's Fire and Forget with mega range and very, very big HE. So, yeah, but it's only 1 per card, which is kind of rough. And then you got the Jadam, which is 4,500 meters range. But keep in mind that, you know, like Patriots, like this has just completely upset the air meta. Like it just goes so much further. So you might think, oh, the range, no one can touch me. But now that Patriots are in the game, you know, 10v10 players beware. So I'm not sure if I should bring these. I mean, I definitely want an ASF. And then that leaves me with, you know, I want to try this. I want to try this. But this has even more range, which I feel like it would be more useful because it will make me more survivable. And it costs less for more range. It's just this can probably one-shot anything in the game. And this probably can't kill a tank. But, you know, I'll take the cheapness. So, yeah, I mean, if you haven't figured it out already, right? Today is April 1st, and this is a mod. It's called there's loads of units. There's loads of units you can play. It's called Death or Dishonor, I think. Death or Dishonor, and it will be linked in the description. It's made by Vasya. Over 1 year ago, I said I would show off Vasya's mod on my channel. And 1 year later, here we are. So there's lots and lots and lots of different nations you can play. So you can play as Ukraine, you can play as modern Germany. You know, there's like modern America. You can play as Sweden. You can play as Israel, right? You can play as Russians, and you can play as China. So yeah, do check it out, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.